So then I can't recover.
Yeah.
And I'll just die.
And you're just going to cry.
So thankfully, Kyle opened my chocolate milk and then opened the car door for me to get in his car so I could leave.
Dude, I remember trying to steer once after one of those early climbing days. Just couldn't hold on to the wheel, you know.
That's awesome.
It's rough.
Cool. Well, should we start it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, welcome, babe, to Jeff and Jash. I'm here again. Josh, that's my name. Jeff, not here.
Jeff?
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff, we
Jeff,
missed you.
40 episodes deep, and we still haven't. Jeff has been busy as all get out.
Yeah. Think about how much he's accomplished.
Yeah. Way more than us.
Versus us. We're on a couch still.
Same couch. We did move couches once.
And we were at a table for two.
That's true.
But the light
That's
was terrible.
true. Yeah.
And we were at a lake for one and in a car for one.
Good point.
We've been all over.
We've been multiple
But mostly
places.
this couch.
Mostly this couch.
So
This is a good couch.
yeah.
I like it.
It's a high quality mustard yellow couch.
It's an Amazon special.
Have you guys been like searching for Jeff? Is that where you've been on the lake and in the car and everything? Or
We're driving around looking for Jeff.
Jeff.
It's like the search for Spock, but we're looking for Jeff. Austin knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You uncultured swine have no idea what I'm
Can I just say it's like looking for Michael Scott in the Opus episode where he goes missing?
Basically.
Okay.
Except there's whales. That's not that one. That's a different one.
you have whales?
Yeah, that's a different one.
That's a terrible one.
There were whales in an episode of Jeff and Josh?
No, in a Star Trek movie.
I wish we had
Oh.
whales in one of our episodes.
Have we ever talked about whales?
We have not.
I don't think we have.
Dang it.
Well, here we are.
Now we are. Hey.
We made it.
It's a
Could be a
lucky
whale
day
or
there's
a tail.
whales in this episode.
Can you insert a whale sound?
Dang it, Josh. Yes, I can. I will insert a whale sound. Can't do me not inserting a whale sound.
We could
Hey,
make whales.
That does remind me that Elise Moon our super fan has made us a bingo for this
Yeah,
show.
bingo sheet.
And one of the squares is Nathan calls out an edit and then doesn't do it.
So this could be one of those,
Yep.
you could get bingo with this.
You were going to play on this episode.
I think I was, and then I forgot.
Yeah.
My
Same.
bad.
Also, one of them was me on my phone, so we're already off to a great start.
Hot
And
dog.
adjusting my mic. So there you go. Free squares for all of you.
I need to think of a childhood story that relates to this now.
And we'll talk about how you're from Canada.
Yep.
But we have Collin Moore on the show today. We have
Yeah.
yet to even address you.
Yeah, it's true. You've been sitting here in the middle, actually interacting when we would instead of thinking about who you are.
Thanks for coming on. We've had your sister and your brother-in-law on the show, and we've had you on other shows.
And we've talked about you a number of times on this show.
That's true. You've been a guest in spirit because
So
we've
I've
done
heard.
Mystery Collin Theater twice.
Yep. And then
Oh,
in
wow.
just other episodes, just you end up being a topic of conversation.
You've kind of been like the ghost of the show that we were like, someday we'll have him on.
Yeah.
And now the bell tolls for Collin.
Yeah. Definitely, if
Well.
not Jeff that we're talking about here, the ghost of the show. Collin Moore is the guy.
He's the real
He's
ghost.
the guy. So we're happy to have you on, my friend. How you doing?
Well, thanks. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get up close to this mic.
Especially
Because
when
I'm
you're
all the
like-
way
you're
back
being
here.
so casual.
Yeah.
It's so comfortable back here.
Is it? I mean, we could pull this table in.
I got out of bed a whole like 40 minutes ago, and I just want to go back.
Me too. Josh, you were talking about going to the gym. I got up at like 8:10, and it's 9:15.
I tried to psych you out, Nathan, because I was like, oh, I'll text him when I'm on my way there. Hey, you'll have breakfast for me, right? And he'll be like, oh, no, we were just going to get started. But
Well-
he texts me back and goes, well, I wasn't planning on it, but we could get something together real quick.
And then you text me again. Oh, I just got to do my laundry and my dishes.
Yeah.
And I can head over. And then I looked at Austin. Austin
Do
was
that.
like, he was eating when I left. I don't think he needs breakfast. So that's good. So today I didn't have a lot to cover, but I did talk to your sister because she knew you were coming on the show. And she came up with a bunch of would you rather questions specifically for you.
Is that why there's a crosshair on me in the monitor up there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We're going to shoot you if you don't answer one with a sleep dart.
That sounds fine
You're
with
not going
me.
to know when you wake up.
I was just saying.
Hit me with that sleep, boy. Okay, so launching right into it then.
Can I play along too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah. There's no water. Sorry, guys. I usually have water. I feel bad now. Question number one for specifically Collin and some friendly fire on Josh. Would you rather have a boa constrictor without a cage or 14 cats as an indoor pet? I take it you don't like either of those.
I don't really like either of them. I don't really think I wouldn't like a pet pretty much.
In general.
Yeah.
No
Well, you
pets.
had a Knowles for a while. I remember that.
I had lizards when I was little. They
Yeah,
were
they
pretty
were-
great, except I had to go catch crickets, and I never got a cricket breeding system together. So
No,
I had to
'cause-
buy crickets in the winter.
Shake them in protein powder.
Uh-huh,
I
and
took care of them
vitamins.
for a weekend once.
What, you shook your lizards in protein
No,
powder?
no. The crickets that the lizards eat get shaken in protein powder so they can get the gains.
Oh,
So, you know-
max lizard gains.
Yeah.
When they're in the lizard
The
gym.
muscle milk.
It's like how
Makes perfect sense.
people swallow pills, but for dogs you have to put them in sausage or whatever.
Sure.
And then for lizards, you take the crickets and bugs that they're about to eat, put the crickets in a bag, and shake this vitamin powder on them, and shake it
Obviously.
around,
So
and then
that they
dump
get
it
their
in.
vitamins,
Yeah.
because real lizards out in the woods who just eat crickets don't get their vitamins.
I think they get more variety of bugs than just these pasty white crickets you get from PetSmart.
Good point.
It's like eating eggs from the store versus some farm fresh eggs.
Farm fresh eggs, I hear, are very good.
So,
Yeah.
but you haven't answered the question. 14 cats or a boa constrictor with no cage?
I think I'd go with the boa constrictor.
Me too.
I love cats, but 14 is
14 is
way,
insane.
way too many cats.
I'm pretty sure they would actually kill you and eat you.
Probably.
Boa constrictor, there's a slim chance.
And I feel like it'd be pretty funny. Like
I'd
I'd be
rather-
in bed and I'd wake up and couldn't breathe and be like, he got me.
Oh, got me again.
Oh, you got me good, buddy. Plus, then you just sort of fall asleep from lack of oxygen versus like whatever would happen if 14 cats killed you. That
True.
would not be a pleasant death.
No.
Not to mention, cats usually like eat stuff alive.
Yeah. Which would be
Like
know.
a mouse.
Yeah, they'll
Oh,
eat it
boy.
alive, and I feel like they'd probably do that to you.
Yeah. And
There's
cats are so ambivalent towards you anyway. It's like if you legitimately, if you just died in your house, your one cat would eat you.
yeah. Well, your
Let
dog will
alone
do that
14.
too.
Yeah, but dogs are cute.
Yeah. I think it's where
Cats are better.
they'll start licking you,
Not
like
true.
wake up, and then they'll be like, he's not waking up. Chow time.
That's why they lie on you at night,
Yes.
just in case you die. So
It's more threatening than a snake. They're just like,
I've
he
already
waking up?
dibsed my food. Basically, is
He's
what
not
that cat
waking
is.
So if they need you and you don't like bat them off, then they'll just
Yeah, if-
start eating you.
yeah, you have to make
Yeah,
sure your dog
they're
knows you're not
checking-
dead.
They're checking
checking.
for how tender you are. Ooh, fresh meat.
Do you guys
Oh,
have
boy.
any evidence that cats and dogs eat people?
They do.
They
Every
do.
time it's
Okay.
happened where someone's died alone in a house with a cat or dog, they'll usually eat them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like a starvation thing, like the animal is dying, so they need to eat, so they'll eat the person.
Oh,
or it's
because there's
just,
no more food.
or it's just like, since you're not alive anymore, they don't really see you the same way. They're just like, oh, well, this is just a dead thing that I can eat. You know, I'm not really sure, but
Maybe
I mean,
a little of both.
animals are animals,
I
right?
feel like it's more of a
So
survival
yeah.
thing.
We
It's like,
anthropomorphize our animals a lot, but they're
Yeah.
still animals.
It's true.
So they will eat you.
So they usually don't do an open casket then?
Probably. No, Colin, probably not. It depends on how much of you or where they ate. I probably wouldn't start with the face if I had to eat something.
Yeah.
But they are animals.
They are animals. Okay, we need to get off this train. Question number 2. Would you rather kill, roast, and eat a ground squirrel or eat
Yes.
a can of jalapenos?
Ooh. That's a good one, Ellie.
Both things that you would like to do.
You would want to do both of those?
Unlike 99% of the population, Colin actually wants to kill, roast, and eat a
Well, it'd
ground
be
squirrel
fun.
and eat an entire can of jalapenos.
It'd be great.
So,
What would be so fun about eating an entire can of jalapenos?
Their flavor,
No.
for one.
There's no flavor. It's
The
just heat.
flavor for 2.
It's just heat.
And vinegar, usually, if they're like
Oh,
pickled.
gross.
Or if they're fresh, the other flavor in the pepper.
this episode is going really
Just
well.
heat.
Josh, what would you do? Because
Ground squirrel.
you'd eat the ground
Oh,
squirrel.
yeah.
You'd have to kill it and roast it yourself.
That's fine.
Okay.
My dad could show me how. He's eaten squirrel before.
Okay.
He's from Georgia.
Now, is a ground squirrel the same thing as a gopher or a woodchuck? What are we talking about?
My
here?
dad would say no
Okay.
because
Let's go to
we used to go back and forth because I would call them gophers like most people do
Yeah.
around here. The ground squirrels, the Richardson's ground squirrel is what people usually call gophers
They
around
have a
here.
brand.
But they're,
Richardson's. Wow.
I think it's called a name.
Don't
I
get
don't
the
know what
great
the
value ground squirrel. You get the Richardson's ground squirrel.
I bet Amazon will come out with an Amazon
Premium
Basics.
Yeah, that'd be fine. You just
One
find,
as well.
you just find
Squirrel,
one
you
of the fat
basic.
ones. You just find a fat one. It's gonna have some decent meat on it. It's not gonna be great, but it's not gonna be awful either.
Fair
And
enough.
at least I know it's meat instead of freaking jalapenos.
So
Okay.
I think the would you rather works better for me because I'm not sure because I like jalapenos.
Yeah. So if you had to choose,
Jalapenos, I
now
think.
you
That's so basic though.
you
Boring.
have a snuff film on your Instagram
What?
of you shooting a gopher where he strapped his phone to the scope of his rifle and then he shot a gopher and posted it on Instagram, and I think you
Nice.
tagged PETA in it.
Did I?
I can't
That's
remember.
sweet.
You either hashtag PETA or
I didn't even know
at
Colin
PETA.
had an Instagram. I didn't
He
even follow
does.
him. Does he
It's-
even post anything
It's a
ever?
scary place to go.
I did. And then
He
I got
has a
their phone.
picture
I don't
of
think I have
him
one.
ruining a PC build of mine where he put the graphics card in before literally anything else. Thanks, buddy. Didn't ruin it, but it was funny. It's me sitting in a chair with a grumpy face, and then the graphics card sideways in the case on like the side mount slot with literally nothing else in there. It's a weird place to go. So Delta Foxtrot is his Instagram handle, but he has a gopher snuff film on there.
What's the snuff?
A snuff film is a film of someone being killed. They're like, it's like a
Is that the thing
contraband
that
thing. Like,
kids do these days?
no, it's the thing that serial killers do these days, where they film their victims dying, and it's called a snuff film. You have a gopher snuff film of you shooting somebody. So, anyways,
I feel like I had a more wholesome snuffing experience than you did.
I think so. But
Because you're talking about people.
the
and that's-
maniacal laugh at the end of your snuff film is what makes it scary, though. It's like, bop, and then So, anyways.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Good times.
Question number 3 of 5. Would you rather eat nothing but popcorn for the rest of your life, or be forced to wear an Albertsons Kids sticker on your arm every day?
Hell yeah. These were good things and now they're bad things.
Okay, you need to contextualize this a little bit for me.
Yeah.
Is an Albertsons Kids sticker something you hate?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what? Explain
It's
why.
like these orange stickers,
Yeah.
right? That they give to kids
They're
at
like
Albertsons.
smiley faces and stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's just a sticker.
They give to kids if they're being good or something, or they're
Okay.
trying to get them to stop crying. I don't know.
So when I was growing up, we'd
Yep.
go to Albertsons every now and then.
Sure.
And the cashiers would offer to put stickers on children that they thought were cute or whatever. Like they would do it to most kids.
Can I put a sticker on you?
I really did not like stickers. Like, imagine someone reaching out for you with a sticker. Right about here, I would start crying and get pretty angry and stuff. And so
Were
it was
you like 15, 16?
no. I remember there was some on my car seat, and I was pretty disturbed about
Okay.
that.
On your, just because they were on your car seat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So I was like here, and they were like here and here, and it was kind of scary.
Didn't like them.
Yeah. So I was scared of stickers. I didn't like them. I know hate is
You
a
were
strong word,
scared
but
of stickers.
yeah.
Like why did they scare you?
I didn't want them being on me, like sticking
It's
on
just
me,
sticky?
things, pieces of paper. Ugh. So
Okay, that's a weird fear.
Do you still have this fear?
uh,
That's a
he
yes,
declines
my
to comment
friends.
at this moment.
That is a yes, my friends.
What
Put
was
the
it? No
sticker
comment.
on your boy.
Oh, please don't.
So, okay, but then
Prank.
popcorn. What's the deal with popcorn?
It's just a prank, bro. I didn't really like popcorn growing up, but here's the thing. Since Ellie moved away, I ate popcorn a couple times at 80 because they make popcorn every
We
now
have
and
a
then.
popcorn machine at work.
Yeah.
So do you like popcorn now?
like when you have at the fair, the big ones?
Oh yeah.
It's not bad. I actually, when I put it in my mouth and chew, I start enjoying it. And then I think, wait, I hate popcorn. And then I think, well, but it's kind of good. And then I think, I don't know. It's all the way over there. I won't go back and get more. So I'm kind of on the verge of liking it.
Okay, so it's the mental block at this point.
So
like you have this cognitive dissonance when you eat it where you're like, I'm enjoying myself, but I know I
shouldn't be.
don't like it.
but no, I don't like it is like a old stereotype kind of thing. So
Gotcha.
what if I actually like it? Why don't I change what I tell myself I like and then like it?
That's a good question. Question of the day from Colin.
Cross-stitch that on a pillow.
So I would rather eat popcorn.
Okay, then
Because I might grow to like it, and
Then
I
how
still
about
don't like
Albertsons?
stickers. So there's your answer.
there you go.
Wow.
That was insightful. I feel like we
Yeah.
learned a lot about you from that one question.
Seriously.
Thank you, Elise. Okay, question number 4. Josh, what would you rather do?
I really don't have an answer for that because I ambivalent towards both stickers and popcorn.
I would do the sticker just so I don't die from eating popcorn only
That's a
for
good
the rest
point.
of my
Yeah,
life.
you don't. There's not a lot of nutritional value.
I
in
mean, there's
popcorn.
like powders you can shake on it, but like crickets.
Like
Like crickets.
reptile vitamins.
I guess I would go with a sticker, but I'm also not like fearfully afraid of
Stickers.
because
No,
it's just an
it's fine.
adhesive.
Was it eat popcorn every day of your
Nothing
life?
but popcorn
Nothing.
Oh.
but
for the rest of your life. So you just picked eat nothing but popcorn for the rest of
You
your
know,
life.
I thought it was like
Sticker on
eat
your arm.
popcorn every day.
No, eat nothing but.
Oh. Versus one sticker or a sticker every day?
Where you just have to wear a sticker on your arm every day, but it could probably be the same sticker for several days until it wore out.
Yeah.
I'd go with this sticker then because I could like put a balaclava over it or something and like kind of strap it down and cover it up and make
balaclava?
it like it doesn't exist. Yeah, you know
The
the
thing you put on your head.
yeah, the neck tube things.
Yes.
Yeah, like imagine put the sticker on my arm, and then like wrap it in something so I
Like
don't
an
notice
ace
it and feel it.
bandage.
Yeah.
You look like
Yeah.
the Invisible Man.
hmm
Okay, so you're picking the sticker because you don't want to die of health problems.
Well, if I have to live the rest of a life, I could live a long and useful, if somewhat, conflicted life having a sticker on my arm versus a short and tasteless life with only popcorn. You can put shake stuff on popcorn,
Right.
Yeah.
But what kind of life is
but
that?
meat, bread,
I love
all
those
these other
things.
great things.
I love
Salad.
food more than I hate stickers. Okay, next question. Would you rather go without Tabasco or peanut butter for the rest of your life?
Ellie, why you do this to me? Oof. I really don't know because Tabasco I put on a lot of things
Yep.
and it gives a little bit of enhancement, flavor
Yes.
enhancement
It
to
is
it.
good.
Versus peanut butter, I don't put on a lot of things, but when I eat it, I really enjoy it. And I usually enjoy a lot of like pancakes, peanut butter. Yeah.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. You're saying that the conflict is that you use Tabasco not as the main item in food, but as an enhancement. But peanut
Yeah.
butter is like the focus of whatever you're eating if peanut butter's in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if there's this much value in a meal, taking off Tabasco would take away like this much.
Yep.
But taking off peanut butter would take away this much of some meals and none of most meals.
But taking off Tabasco would take off this much of a lot of meals.
So I think I'd go with no peanut butter.
Okay.
Oh, that's hard.
Ooh.
That's hard too. I would definitely go no peanut butter. 'cause
There's
I
a
don't-
lot
I
of
don't like
other
peanut butter.
things to eat.
I don't like Tabasco, so
There we go.
Easy, easy,
This is
hard.
spectrum right here on this couch.
spectrum.
Okay, fair enough. So no Tabasco. I like your mathematical. No, you said no peanut butter.
Yeah.
I like your mathematical approach to that. Just calculating the gained value
Yeah.
of both of them. And
A lot of
saying,
meals without peanut butter with Tabasco with a little bit of benefit, I think would be worth it.
What's the weirdest thing you put Tabasco on? I guess we would have to ask somebody else that because you would maybe be unaware of what is weird. But Austin, what's the weirdest thing he puts Tabasco on?
These are good questions. I'm not sure.
I mean, I feel like it's great on eggs,
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
100%.
Pizza. I
Pizza.
think the
Pizza,
best
I'm down.
moment for Tabasco is pizza.
Gross.
That's its time to shine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like Whitney
And
Houston
spaghetti.
hitting that high note
So gross.
in. Never mind. You don't know who Whitney Houston is.
No.
That's Tabasco's moment.
It's like Beyonce hitting that high note in her songs.
Don't know who that is either.
Her songs.
You know, her
Love
songs.
on top. That's it.
Okay, all
There's a
right.
bunch of key changes in there, and it just gets insane. Cue
Yeah.
Love on top.
No, don't. Copyright. I'm still kind of embarrassed about that time we were talking about. I think it was in the. I can't remember what
Was
episode
it, in
it was,
the-
but you said something about Halo, and I was like, "Oh, that Beyonce song," because I wasn't even thinking about the video game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you even game, bro?
No, I don't play Halo. I'm a PC gamer. But you see,
Yeah,
it's
you're
all
right.
coming to PC.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny because Microsoft made Halo and Xbox and PC, but didn't make Halo for the PC.
Yeah, I know. They were trying to push consoles, and it worked like a charm, though. They sold a ton of consoles because
It's
of
true.
Halo.
Oh.
Like, I know a ton of people who only own an Xbox because Halo was on it.
Yeah, that's literally why I have an Xbox.
Yeah.
All
So-
right. And they already owned a PC.
And
so-
now all of those they're probably about done with their course of like selling Halo or selling Xboxes because of Halo, because like they aren't really making more Halos, or at least not the same as it was before.
Yeah.
So
Halo 3 was the last great Halo. Halo
Yeah.
4 was fun.
Halo Reach was interesting. I didn't hate it. But again, I hate playing on console because I'm really bad with
You
controllers.
don't like controllers?
So I'm stoked to play with the mouse and keyboard.
It's weird that you have controllers if you really
Well, that's because I play a lot of racing games like Rocket League, and I play a lot of NBA 2K. And then I play a lot of stupid games like Ultimate Chicken Horse and Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time and stuff that needs controllers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but controllers are great,
Horse?
but not for shooters. That's
Very
my
true.
take.
Exactly.
But if you try to play a racing game with a mouse and keyboard,
dude.
forget about
It's
it.
hard.
It's the worst. Controllers are where it's at.
Yep.
Although it would be sweet to have the steering wheel and gas pedal thing.
It's true.
Have you ever tried that?
Yeah.
The actual simulations, yes.
I have never tried
They're
it.
so hard.
Really?
It's like harder than driving a real car.
Really?
But that's because you realize how fast you can go and you're not going to die.
Oh.
And then you realize you're actually really bad at driving fast. I'm like, oh, that's why I only go 80 on the interstate.
That's enlightening. Maybe
That's
they should
exactly
do
what
that
I
at
did.
Driver's ed. They're like, you cannot drive this fast. I'm sorry. You may think you can.
See, watch. And then you put them in a simulation where they actually drive like that and your reflexes are too slow.
Yeah.
And you crash, your car's upside down, and you're alive because you weren't actually in the car. But you're pretty sad because you're not racing
You
anymore.
wrecked a multi-million-dollar virtual car. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
And then you do it again.
Also why I don't have multi-millions of dollars.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't drive it fast enough.
Exactly.
You don't trust yourself
That's
with
why
the
I've
car you
taken a
buy.
vow of poverty.
Oh,
Okay.
my word. That's really funny. Okay, Colin, last question. Would you rather have your headlamp die while you were deep in a mine or be totally lost in a cave but with flashlights, water, and some food? This one did not make a lot of sense to me, and I need you to explain why this is hard for you.
I think she's asking, why do you like exploring mines versus caves?
Okay.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, that's
But
not
caves
what
are
the
okay.
question asks, but sure.
It asks, would you rather have your headlamp die while deep in a mine?
I think when I read this, I thought, well, maybe it's because mines tend to be just a straight shaft, so you can find your way back without a headlamp.
Oh.
Versus a cave could go any which way, but
So you'd probably need the food and water and the rest of your light to try and find a way.
try to find a way out.
Huh.
Because like if your headlamp died in a mine, you could maybe just back up and get out of it. I don't really know.
But
I've
you
never
don't know
been
what's
in a mine.
behind you or in front of you.
That's true. I've never been in a mine before. And Colin has invited me.
Have you
multiple-
been-
He invited me to buy a mine,
Have you been in the like?
which I
Yeah.
opted out of.
Have you been in like the Lewis and Clark caverns or
Yes.
anything like that? Though? So you've been in a cave.
So as a child, the Lewis and Clark caverns
child.
were the worst place
What?
in the world for me. I
Really?
was so scared of heights, and the stairs were like the grate, so you could see straight
yeah.
down. So I remember holding up the entire line because I was going one tiny step at a time and clutching the railing with both hands.
Nice.
As I was like maybe like 8 years old. And then just being absolutely petrified of the entire experience. That one point where they turned the lights off
yeah.
and I almost
Did you
lost
cry?
my crap. I did not, but I was close. I was like, just like squeezing my mom's leg off, just like
Sure.
as an 8-year-old, just like. And then like when we saw the light at the end of the tunnel at the end of the thing, I was like sprinting for it. I was like, I was scared. I'd love to go back, but as an 8-year-old, I was horrified.
Do you remember the little canal, birthing canal you have to go through? That's actually it's what it's called. It's what it's called.
I thought it was
That
called
is-
the beaver slide.
Maybe
That's
it's called
something else. I
It's just
think.
this really tiny hole that you got to squeeze through.
So
You slide down.
I went through Hezekiah's tunnel.
Oh yeah,
in
I'm gonna
Israel.
do that in a couple weeks.
Freaked me the
Ooh,
heck
sweet.
out.
Yes,
Because
I
there
am
was
pumped.
waist high water in a tunnel that I can barely fit in.
Yep.
And I'm squeezing down it, and there's like a whole entire group of schoolgirls screaming in front
nice.
of me, making my ears bleed.
Classic.
I was terrified.
I'm gonna do that when I go to Jerusalem.
gonna be
in
sweet.
a couple
Report
weeks. so.
back. Are you claustrophobic at all?
Not too bad. I mean, I might get a little uncomfortable, but I think I'll be fine. I'm not
You'll
too
be
worried
good.
about
You're
it.
not John Montoya. He was really packed in there.
Yeah, he said he
Wow.
got to the front of the line so he could just get through without getting back blocked up by people.
Getting squished from the...
And that's where I think I'd want to be. Anyway.
We have diverged from the question here,
answer.
Colin. Which would you rather have happen to you?
So you're right. She's probably asking which one would you rather be in because which one do you think you could get out of alive?
Yeah.
But I would enjoy being in a mine or a cave, so I don't know why I'd want to get out.
A mine with no headlamp,
And I'd be lame because I couldn't see anything.
lost in the cave.
And rocks in mines are sharp because they're blasted.
Okay.
They're not naturally formed, so they're not smooth like the birthing canal.
Yeah.
So if you hit your head on something, it's going to hurt a lot. So doing that for the rest of the day to find your way out of the mine would be pretty bad.
Yep.
Versus exploring a cave.
But being like legitimately lost
How's
in the
your
cave.
sense of direction?
Pretty bad. I like 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. I don't know.
4 out of 10.
Like kind
Like
of okay,
if
bad.
you don't know the surrounding area and someone says go east, can you figure that out?
I may or may not have an idea of it. I won't guarantee to
Sure.
not know. But
That's where I
also-
think I'd be a little worried is my sense of direction in a cave.
Yeah, totally. Because if I can't look at the sun,
Right?
that's how the only way I can know where east is.
Yeah.
Other than looking at 19th and being like, well, that goes north to south.
Neither of these have the sun though.
Right.
Yep.
So
But a mine shaft, you literally can just mostly follow your way out.
they're made to the water drains down and then usually out or
Yeah.
to the shaft, which then goes up. And then there's like ore cart tracks usually, and then they drop into something.
Right.
So you could feel your way painfully
Mm.
through it, and it's made to funnel stuff up and out, basically.
Yeah.
Versus a cave, you never know. It might be one tiny slot that you have to slide through to get out, but you don't notice it, and then the big thing goes way back to
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun to explore that.
This is just a good question to ask anybody, I feel like.
That's true. I don't know what I would pick. I'd probably pick the mine shaft because I
Me
know
too.
it would be straight.
Yeah. It would be hard because of how dark it is. It'd
Yeah.
be scary, but I'd rather go with dark and scary rather than
Totally lost. and-
totally lost in a cave.
getting
and
myself lost
Chances
there.
are good you're going to die or find some evil cave monster
Yeah.
that
There's no
eats
such
you.
thing as cave monsters.
You don't know.
Yes.
Okay, well, I have
you ever seen
I read an
There
article.
might be sleepy bears that are hibernating, but
I read an article about a guy who got stuck in a cave. He was
Ooh.
exploring, and he was. I can't even talk about this.
Yeah,
My-
you can. You can do it.
Okay, he was crawling through a really narrow tube
Okay.
that he could barely fit through and just wriggling
Mhm.
on his chest. Couldn't lift his arms.
Yikes.
he was already lost or he was
Oh.
exploring.
He was exploring
He was-
this cave.
You
Okay.
sound like you're going to throw up.
I am. The tube went down. He slid down.
Oh, man.
Got stuck.
Oh,
They broke his legs to try to pull him out because he couldn't.
Oh,
you
dang.
couldn't back him up
Oh,
with the way
really?
his legs bent. Still couldn't get him out. He died upside down with broken legs. And I'm gonna need a minute. Just
have some water.
Dang, do you know this guy's name?
no.
Do you remember this story?
Hold on, I'm gonna Google it.
No, I can.
Wait, Nathan, you probably shouldn't
Okay.
think about it anymore.
What should I Google?
Just like guys stuck upside down in
guys
cave.
stuck in.
Well, I mean, babies do that in well casings.
Oh, what? Babies crawling into well casings?
Yeah, so if you have like, or a bucket or something.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
But the scary
a
thing
well
is
casing?
a well casing is where they go to drill a well. They pound a tube into the ground.
Okay.
I think they drill and then they pound a tube into the ground, a sleeve.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And so it's like this big.
yeah.
Well, a little baby can fall down there and they can fall like and slide like 100 feet down. And then you have to dig a 100 feet deep hole and get into the side of it before the baby dies. Who's head
Is
first
this a
in it.
common occurrence?
Not very common, especially if you put caps on all of the tubes and sleeves and casings you have going into the ground. It's a
Okay.
good idea to cover holes that
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
people can fall down.
Okay.
Especially
but it
little
has
children.
happened then.
Yes.
That's horrifying. Imagine being a parent in that scenario.
Yeah, because they're way down in the ground.
100 feet down, upside down.
We need to get down there now.
This
Yeah.
episode is giving me the heebie-jeebies. And not...
Unless you had like a claw on a string with a camera and you can just grab their feet.
Yeah,
Because
that's
in that
kind
case,
of-
they're in a tube and it's not like they'll jam sideways. You could
Right.
hopefully grab their feet and pull
That's
them
kind of
up.
what I imagined when you described this, is they would have to, like reach down and hook them somehow. But I'm really bad at that, like claw machine at the mall, so I'm not the one for that.
Is
Josh,
there a
did you
search and
find an
rescue
article?
designated
yeah, I
claw
found an
man?
ABC News article on it. Want me to read it?
If you would like.
Okay, I'm not gonna throw up when I read this. I'm more intrigued by how this happened. A man who was trapped in a Utah cave for 28 hours before dying Thanksgiving
Ooh.
Eve had a limited chance of survival because he was stuck upside down, doctors told ABC News. At least 100 rescue workers tried to free 26-year-old John Jones of Stansbury Park, Utah, after Jones became stuck in a tiny section 150 feet below the surface in the Nutty Putty Cave in Utah County Tuesday
That's such
evening.
a funny name for a horrible place.
Unfortunately, he died in the Nutty Putty Cave.
Maybe he slid on the putty.
Maybe. Doctors say the head down position Jones endured made the rescue operation a race against the clock.
Huh. How long can you live upside down?
Ask the Australians. They've
Wright
been doing
explained
it
this Dr. Wendy Wright explained hanging upside down for a long period of time could lead to death in a variety of ways in less than a day.
Wow.
A fact exploited by the ancient Romans, who crucified people upside down more often than right side up.
I didn't know that.
Shout out to Peter.
That's right.
It actually was a form of torture and a quick way to kill somebody.
Huh.
Oof.
I always thought those inversion tables were
So
scary.
it would have been difficult for him to breathe.
Imagine being alone in your house and that thing gets stuck. Then your dog hates you.
Starts licking your face and you're trying to live, and it's like, I'm just checking if you're still alive.
Dang.
What?
So what happens, because you're upside down, the rib cage is built in a way to help suspend your lungs up there, kind of. When you're upside down, all the intestines and liver and stuff push weight on your lungs, and so your lungs are trying to breathe against that weight. So it gets harder and harder to breathe.
So you wear your diaphragm muscles out?
Yeah, right.
Because they're pushing more
People
than
in
they
a
usually
head-down
do?
position will most likely die of suffocation. So imagine not only are your legs broken, but you're slowly passing out upside down in a dark cave hole stuck.
Also, yeah, you can't really move your arms much because you're stuck.
Wow. Jones was in an 18-inch wide and 10-inch high space.
Okay. Can we be done with this? I was expecting to be creeped out on this episode, but not by something Josh said.
You thought I was Ellie's questions for Collin that were
No.
gonna...
What would you? Did you answer that last one though? Which would you rather do? Be lost in the cave or the mine shaft without a light?
So I think I'm going to cheat and say in the mine, and I always pack an extra flashlight.
You dash that one against the wall because it's too spiky and you can't see.
So then now I don't. Now I'm back to no light.
You have no light.
Well, seeing as how being in a cave risks dying upside down, and being in a mine, well, mines are built so that people can walk through them, so there's plenty of space.
Yeah.
So probably the mine.
Yeah, same.
Nathan would also say mine, definitely
100%
because of
mine.
that.
Yeah.
Give me
After that story.
Give me that. Mine. I don't like caves. I have no... Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
There's some... okay.
We could buy a mine.
You've asked me this before. I do not want to buy mine. I would not go in that either. I would just rather be stuck in one than a cave. But I don't want to.
You won't go in one with me, and you won't go in with me on one.
You wanted to go scuba diving in a mine, and that's like the worst thing.
Oh,
I can
that'd be
imagine.
scary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Better than a cave because it's all big open spaces.
True.
Nope.
Are there any
So true.
fishies?
Worse
in
than a mine
mines?
because it's
No.
underwater.
A mine is worse than a mine because
No, scuba diving mine is worse than a regular mine because it's underwater.
But it's not
That's
like a
gonna be
tight
cool.
space. Imagine
Yeah,
squeezing
big
through a
open.
tight space with an air hose on your back that you have to not break.
I want to sleep.
Also, you
tonight.
can't
Stop
breathe
talking about this.
if you
That's
lose your
my
mask.
like when people are like scuba diving and they find a cave and they go into it. It
Yeah.
just freaks me the heck out. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, it
Don't
doesn't
go
seem
in there.
wise.
No, I don't know. There's so many things.
The
that
lack of oxygen that could ensue.
I have both the heebies and the jeebies right now.
Both the hippies.
So do you guys want to hear an interesting thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Baby.
in high school, we watched a video about cave divers, and it was fascinating, I thought. One thing that's interesting, there's cenotes in Yucatan Peninsula. There's holes in the ground, and it's all limestone underneath, so there's a whole bunch of caves underground. They're mostly filled with water because the water table's
Nice.
just below the ground.
Sure.
And some of them are near the coast, and the salt water will mix with the fresh water, but it'll do it in an underground cave. And when you cave dive in these underground caves, the salt water will it's less dense than fresh water, I think, and it'll separate into layers because it's really still. There's no wind and stuff.
Oh, cool.
So people will go in these caves, and there's a angle of diffraction from air to water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's an angle of diffraction from salt water to fresh water. So
Oh,
it
really?
looks like there's air, but you go up through it and you're in salt water.
Oh, dang.
So don't take your mask off.
So they
If you're
go
near
up and take
the
a breath
surface.
in the salt water. Oh, boy.
And it's all still underwater, even though it looks like you're in the air now.
Ooh.
But it's all really clear, and
Yeah.
just don't take your mask off until you're actually in air. That's interesting.
That's a really cool scientific phenomenon.
There's some pictures of being from under a cave in the
That's
water, and then
interesting.
underwater, and then it looks like it's out of the water.
That's cool. Have you guys ever watched the Planet Earth episode about caves?
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest ones, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've seen Planet
It starts out with a guy diving into a cave, like a giant hole in the ground. He just jumps.
Jumping, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
There's one with all the guano. I remember that
Yep.
giant pile of
Yep.
guano.
Because
Yeah.
guano is worth a lot, apparently, in some cases.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it's a
I
really
only know
good
that
fertilizer.
cave. I only know this because of what's that Jim Carrey movie?
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura.
Do they buy a cave?
No. Someone steals a bat because of its guano.
Steals a bat.
Yeah, a white bat.
Albino bat.
Yeah, albino bat.
Yeah.
It's this whole thing.
I think that would
he's
be
a pet detective.
scarier at night.
To be
Red eyes and white coming at you.
Oh, it'd be horrifying.
Like people are afraid of bats, but that would take it up
and
another
Ace
level.
Ventura, that's the one animal he doesn't like is bats, and he's got to go rescue one.
Bats.
It's hilarious.
Why does it have to be
Hilarity ensues.
That's Indiana Jones.
No, that's snakes. Bruh.
Why does it have to be bad? All right. Well, we are right at 36 minutes. I think we should start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show, Collin.
Yeah,
that was good.
One of my favorites, mostly because of I got to see something that Nathan is genuinely horrified at.
Yeah.
I am so claustrophobic.
And I did not know that much. I didn't know you were that claustrophobic.
It's so bad.
So that's good to know.
We should find like a suspenseful horror movie about cave diving. See if Nathan wants to watch.
Claustrophobia. I bet there's a claustrophobia movie.
There was a horror manga that I read because someone posted
So he's already
it
done
on a
this.
subreddit where it was this like myth that in the side of a cave there was an earthquake that sheared off like the wall of a mountain, so it was this perfectly flat surface, and there were all of these perfect human shaped cutouts, and you would be drawn to the one that was your shape, and then people would just go into them and they would start sliding down them, but then they would get like the hole was your perfect shape at first, but as you got further down it would start like stretching, and like so by the time they would come out the end, they'd be all like stretched out and weird looking, and like it was horrifying.
Weird.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen, and it was like a car wreck. I couldn't look away because I was like,
kept reading.
So bad. It was absolutely horrific. So that probably fueled the fire a lot as well. Just like, but yeah, just claustrophobia is really bad for me. So anything with a tight space.
Have you ever seen those like crime scene episodes on TV where someone gets buried alive?
No.
And then it cuts to the person in a box and they're just like,
dude, if I woke up in a coffin, I would just die again. I'd be
like, go into shock and then die.
Like hit my head on the top and then just be done. Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Yeah.
But anyways, I started wrapping this up and then I got distracted. But thank you for joining me, Collin. That was a pleasure. Thanks for being on the show.
My pleasure.
I'll feed you breakfast at some point.
Ooh.
You've already eaten though, so you're
Sweet.
trying to double dip. I know you.
If it has got jalapenos, I'll take it.
Like a whole jar and a fresh ground squirrel.
We should make some spicy gopher wings.
Gopher wing.
we could try it.
Okay, I don't know
Can we
where
go
we're
with,
going
like,
from there, but
just
if you'd like
Buffalo
to
for wings.
listen to this podcast elsewhere, you could do that on Google
Stitcher?
Play Music or Apple Podcasts. They will be archived there for the future. I don't know if we've announced this officially yet, but this is the last episode of season 1.
Ooh.
We'll have a little like in memoriam for season 1 coming next.
It's like someone passed away.
Well, you know,
Soft organ music.
Didn't make it.
Josh's motivation has passed away. Rest in peace. God bless. But yeah, if you would like to check out our website, go to jeffandjosh.net. You'll find stuff there. You could buy a t-shirt to memorialize the show. And, Collin, is there anything you'd like to plug? Any website of yours you'd like to promote, or any Collin's YouTube channel, CollinReviewsPizza.com or whatever? I don't know what you do.
Man, I should have made a website.
You could have.
I have a website. SingleNoMore.com.
SingleNoMore.com.
Oh,
Collin's
what?
getting
Is that
married.
your wedding website?
Go on there, buy some swag for me and Abby because we have a registry. So
Buy some swag, not for yourself. Yeah, your wedding's coming up August 3rd.
August 3rd, yeah.
I believe.
Very
I will
cool.
be there.
That's a Saturday.
It'll be good.
Sweet.
Fairfield.
Hey, do you want to be our DJ at our wedding?
Possibly.
You can't say no on a podcast.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. The pressure here is incredible.
Just remember that I need to find a DJ and
Okay. Yeah. Hey, if
I
you're
should
a DJ,
ask some friends.
If you're a DJ, go to singlenomore.com and buy him a turntable to let him know you're willing to DJ. Because he wants one. He loves vinyl. He loves vinyl. He loves...
Okay, we're done now.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. We will be here next time.
Will we?
Or
No, we
not.
won't be here.
No, we won't be.
Will there be a next time?
There will be a memoriam. Thanks for joining us.
Memorial service
We'll see you
schedule.
around.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Yes, buy Collin like a U-turn orbit. Those are really nice. They don't have a built-in preamp, so you can get your own at whatever kind you'd like.
Turned with built of vacuum tubes.
No.